Okay, two guys on the East Coast I'm sending this one out to. Reverend Ed Travers and also Artist in Recovery slash Daryl P. Hi, guys. So, Daryl, I hope you're not having a conniption fit. I know in Connecticut you probably felt or heard something on your tube right now, and you're probably having a conniption fit saying, what the hell's going on? Chill, relax. You're fine, relatively speaking. A 4.8, yeah, will catch your attention, my friends. But unless we have any constant or consistent shaking going on in the area, breathe a sigh of relief and try to take it easy today. Look, I know it's not easy. I mean, yeah, I'm a native out here in California. I've had my fair share of quakes. Not drastic major ones like the Far East has or any other country that's got a lot of activity in them. And believe me, I've been trying to keep track of that stuff. That stuff will catch your attention and freak you out. I know. Every time there's been an earthquake out there, I'm making a mental note in my head. Far, forgive me, Reverend Ed Travers, but I'm going to do something ecclesiastical, I think, here. And Artist in Recovery slash Daryl P. You know where this is going, pal. Go to your map programs on your electronic devices. And now open up the devices program for the maps. Kindly go to your location area. Of course, you'll be using whatever map program you've got out there. Now, do me a favor, guys. Scroll until you see the big continental North Continent just shining brightly, probably with clouds going all over the damn place with the overcast and everything else. I want to show you some. Let's go east. Spin the globe. Where are we going? Middle East and Far East area. So right now you should have India on your bottom right. You should have Africa on your bottom left. And you should have Europe and Russia and China on the portions of it. Which means you have Saudi Arabia and you got Iran, Iraq, and that area. Okay. What the geology maps, and every time I keep looking at them, just remind myself of seismic maps. I mean, those things are great. I mean, I could ask that of you, putting it into another folder, or actually another tab. Open it up and pump out seismic maps or seismic fault lines. I mean, it's got a lot of stuff in there, but we need maps. We need maps. Global. And if you happen to run into the flat Earth map and you see all these nice squiggly lines of borders that don't look like your continental borders, select one of them. I would suggest that if you had the one with red areas in a nice big huge box and you see little dots in the damn thing, open that one up. And you see Universe Today. Maybe if you picked up that one for an archive. I just wanted to show you something about the geologic maps. Of course, it would have been better if I actually had the other one, though. Britannica, maybe? Okay, Britannica. Okay, Britannica.com's got a map on the images section in Google. Unless, of course, you're using Yahoo. I prefer Google. Oh, Google, man. Okay? If you got that one in Google, please tell me. Cool. Okay. So, you see this irregular jigsaw puzzle on there. Looks like eggshells. You crack an eggshell and you see this all over the place. You've got the map pulled up. Hit the viewer image of Britannica.com. Hopefully to get a image to be Probably not. Unless it's going to. Here we go. Expand. Here we go. Show you something. All those ice plates that you see here, either some of them are fault lines to have stuff going over them, or you got spreading centers. New stuff coming up. What we're looking at is how the Earth is working itself out. You got spreading centers, you got hot spots. These triangles, the black triangles on there, hot spots where there's upwelling of new material coming from the ground. The earthquake that hits your area is a minor fault line that's not showing up on the major plate line. But they are multiple faults in the United States. Think of it this way. Between North America and Europe, you see that going down up north? And somewhere in a joint where you got kind of a triangle there, Iceland. Iceland's in that area. A volcanic hotspot. A lot of reports about that one, right? Okay. Keep this one in mind, guys. That going down, that's what they call the Continental Divide. Or actually, the Mid-Atlantic Ridge right there. That's a huge spreading center of material going up into the ocean and spreading out all over the damn floor and pushing the continents. Pushing, constantly pushing. The pushing of the effort scrunches a lot of things. It makes our mountains go high. A lot of uplift, a lot of force into it. Show you another one. At the map also, look on the, if I can just see this damn thing. Okay. Far left of the, actually far right on this map, where it says the Eurasian plate. Look where India is at right now. Okay? India is not extending itself further and further into the ocean. It's building itself up. The Himalayas, the mountain regions in that area, they're being forcefully brought up with a lot of geologic pressure, a lot of earth pressure on this one. So India is building itself up with the mountain ranges. Think of it that way in the United States, at least on the East Coast. I'm going to switch you back over to the geomaps, okay? We're going to go flying right back over to your territory, guys. And I'm going to scroll on the East Coast, and I'm going to see the Catskills, the Appalachian mountain ranges. See how that line in there? That's your mountain ranges increasing in height. You got force of the ground. You got the force of geologic pressure squeezing everything. So we got the pressure building up. Once in a great while, there'll be some kind of burp in there. What I'm worried about is a consistent movement. I'm not talking about millions of years or thousands of years. I'm talking about within weeks. That's what scares the hell out of me. If it's a once in a while thing, that's fine. But we live in a geologically active planet. Sometimes activity, if it's constant, for us it would be hundreds or thousands of years. In geologic time, that would be nothing. A rapid succession in geologic time would be us seeing it happen within weeks or months of each other. As I said before, that's what I worry about. I'm going to scroll off the ocean in the Atlantic to Iceland. Why? Well, not just because it's there, but because it's a point. You see the Atlantic Ridge going straight through it? It's built on volcanic activity. What they've been experiencing over the past several months is a lot of volcanism happening right now, which means a lot of earth movement underneath and pushing up new dirt, new hot dirt all over the place. So basically, they're going to be losing part of their towns left and right on this one. Geology activity. Okay, now I had said Taiwan, right? So I'm going to scroll over to Taiwan. But I want to show you something. Go to the Pacific Ocean, please, guys. Please humor me. Thank you. And we're seeing the island chains of Japan and Alaska. Notice the ridges. If you're on Google Maps and you're on a PC or possibly on your telephone or whatever device you're using, you see the ridges on these things. In these ridges, you have certain sections of fault lines that are shifting and building upon each other. When we had that activity happening in Taiwan, down below a little bit, right off China there, that was a shifting of the Earth crust right there. They call this area the Pacific Rim of Fire because this is, they think, at one time they called it the most geologically active area. But any particular point can be a geologically active area. This one happens to be along a fault line that has a lot of activity, including Japan, and it's all part of the process. And I'll tell you one thing: when you're living with earthquakes all the time, either you start to grow a backbone and not let it bother you as much, unless you get to a certain portion of it, or you have an overwhelming sense of dread and fear and panic every time there's been shaking going on. If you've been seeing my videos over the past few weeks since Taiwan and their situation, or actually a few days, I guess. Yeah, I've been going through the PTSD. Even this, talking about this one, trying to share my geologic knowledge, which is limited as it is. I'm not a professor. I am not a doctor in it. But I've taken a couple of classes in geology, kept listening to the seismologists out there and the geologists talking about what they're talking about. As long as I had a little bit of a basic knowledge of what was going on, okay, fine. I can get by just a short time of it. And since I've already been through the process of earthquakes many times in my lifetime, you would think I would have a thick skin. Not really. Not really. Yeah. Besides, my pulse is racing, not just because of drinking coffee like crazy, but because of the topic that's driving me nuts subconsciously here. So I'm here in the earthquake of the United States, in the Appalachian areas or close to it, shifting of the continent, which is, freaking people out, not to mention me. I wouldn't be surprised if the scientists have found some kind of upwelling, a shifting of the Earth's surface. To me, that would tell me, a layman, that we actually had a fault line shifted, possibly a hidden thrust fault. Fault line going, or probably going up and over. That'll be a shift right there. And how am I feeling at this point? Just talking about this. Yeah, I think I'll be doing another log on how I'm doing it. I just wanted to talk to you guys about this one here. I was already having a conniption fits concerning about the Taiwan stuff. Now I got to deal with this one. Okay, here we go again.